How to get a woman. Listen to the answer. How to get a woman. Many years ago, I went with my wife to a fast food restaurant. We sat down, and next to our table was a man talking to a woman. He was speaking very loudly. He was saying to her, every man should have multiple women. Because if a man does not have more than one woman, then he's not a man. I started to think, and how did he get to that conclusion? Why does he think that if you don't have more than one woman, you are not a man? As I was thinking, I asked myself these questions. And what is a true man? What is the role of a man? What does a man do that's intrinsic to a real man? And my mind went back to my childhood. I remembered my dad. I remembered the way he treated my mom, my sisters, and me. I was trying to get a picture of what a man is and does. Unfortunately, my dad used to beat my mom. Sometimes he beat me and my sisters. And when he came home, I tried to hide so I didn't have to talk to him. I was scared of him. In addition to all this, he had other women. I remember when I was a teenager, he introduced me to a woman he was going to sleep with. I felt that he was not just cheating on my mom, but all of us as a family. Then I tried to think of other adult men role models I had when I was growing up. My uncle was a role model to me. He, unlike my father, he was a good provider. He worked hard to provide for his family. Unfortunately, he cheated on my aunt. My aunt got to the point of accepting this as a reality, as long as he came home every night to her and as long as she was the official wife. My uncle wasn't a leader in the house either, so he was a good provider, but not a leader. He did not provide direction, correction, nor did he provide words of affirmation when his children did good in school or in life. So I think that man in the restaurant probably did not have a dad around when he was growing up, or maybe he had one, but his dad was like my dad or my uncle. So I kept on thinking, and what is a man? What does a man do? What is a man's role in the world and in society? And I found there are three basic characteristics intrinsic in every man. Every man was created to have these three characteristics. And if you are married, this is how you will keep a woman happy and your family thriving. If you are young and single, you should try to invest in these characteristics as soon as possible, because these are what a woman looks for in a man. Now, when I say a woman, we're not talking here about materialistic women or promiscuous women. There are a bunch of those. And listen, you will never have enough or be enough for them, so avoid them at all costs. They are no long-term partner material. The good news is, not all women are like that. There are plenty of good women, decent and attractive women that will give a man a chance if you possess the three basic characteristics of a true man. But before I explain it, let me say this. All women want to feel safe. They want to feel financially safe now in the present and about their future. They want to feel that they will be okay. But they also want to feel physically safe. They want to know that you will use your strength and power to protect her, not to hurt her. They also want to feel emotionally safe, meaning they won't be afraid to share their emotions with you, that they will be listened to and that you will care for her. So safe is the key word they look for. In fact, not just good women long for these things. Even materialistic women pursue this. So, as a man, how do we make them feel safe? Well, let's take a look at what a man is And here are the three characteristics every man was created to be. Number one, leader. All men should be leaders. And when I say a leader, I mean someone that has a vision for his own life. He knows where he's at now and where he wants to be. He also creates a plan together, but he also has the capacity to gather and take others with him. When he finds a woman, he invites this woman into that vision. But remember, once you are married, that vision primarily benefits the kids and the wife. And that's why they will follow you. Characteristic number two, protector. We were born to protect those who cannot protect themselves. Even if you are not married, when you see an injustice, you speak up. If your brother or sister is being disrespectful to your mom, you confront them and stop the disrespect. When you are married and someone knocks on the door, you get up off that couch or get out of your room and you answer the door because you are a protector. Number three, provider. Even if your wife works, you have to understand you should be the main provider. They feel safe if you see yourself as the provider. Even if she makes more money than you, they still feel safe when you possess that sense of responsibility and see yourself as the provider. That's why you need to learn how to make money at an early age, as soon as you can. Because most of your life, you will have to provide. If you are single, focus on growing in these three areas and you have plenty of options. Because women will observe these qualities that give them a sense of security. And guess what? Instead of you being the hunter, you will become the hunted. And how do I know this? Well, this is how I got my wife. If you are married, grow in these areas and you will have a happy wife, thriving kids, and a solid family. Questions for you. Do you see yourself as a leader? Do you see yourself as a protector? Do you see yourself as a provider? And most importantly, what are you doing now to grow in these three areas? Please subscribe to watch the next video. At what age should men learn how to make money? And don't forget to give us a like. Thank you.